This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. A couple of things going on in weather, one serious and one very enjoyable. Summer temperatures on the way. So let's get to it. We have just had an update from the Storm Prediction Center, and they've got a small, compact area of tornadoes and severe weather possible. Most of it in Wisconsin, but now they've stretched it into a central southern part of the UP. I'll show that to you. And of course, we're talking warm temperatures. Hey, good morning, Carl Yo from Lennox. Okay, so right now, patchy clouds. Some places are entirely cloudy, some places have sunshine. And if you look over into western Wisconsin, you start to see the thunderstorms just starting to fire up there. Radar shows that it's dry across Michigan and the activity is off to the west. But here's what I'm talking about as far as the compact area of severe weather possibilities today. This is from the Storm Prediction Center. They just updated it about 15, 20 minutes ago. So their overall look is a risk of severe weather. Hey, Ed Harmon from Berrien County. Good morning. And you're watching the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by me, Mark Torregrossa, and MLive. Patty Tracy, good morning, Bay City. So this is today. This is this afternoon, this evening, slight chance, a level 2 chance, we like to say now, out of 5 levels of severe weather. But here's the tornado possibility. And there you can see Wisconsin into around Escanaba, Gladstone, and that would be Ironwood, I think it would be. A 5% chance of a tornado within 25 miles of a point. And then here's the high wind possibility. And it comes into the western part of Michigan. Now, the tornado part doesn't come into western lower Michigan. The high wind part does, because my wife is playing with Bagel upstairs above us, and she doesn't realize that we are on live talking about the weather. Okay, so the wind chance in the western part of the state, but what this indicates is we believe that if a line of storms develops in northern Wisconsin, it will weaken as it comes toward western Michigan, and a large hail chance, 15% chance with the black hatched area, 10% chance of 2-inch diameter hail or greater. And yesterday, this storm system was a hail producer. All right, now let's see what the high resolution rapid refresh does for developing thunderstorms. This is the very latest run, and this is why I like the high resolution rapid refresh, because the last 2 words to that model say it all: rapid refresh. A lot of the models that we look at with you, like the European and the GFS, the US model, and the NAM, they run every 6 hours, but the high resolution rapid refresh runs every hour, and we get to see what's going on there. So here it is, the radar forecast. Let's go to noon, and nothing going on. 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock. So it's indicating that thunderstorms develop this afternoon, late afternoon, across Marquette down into Wisconsin. 5, 6, 7. So it's indicating as we go into the afternoon, late afternoon, and evening, that that's when a clump of severe thunderstorms could develop across northeast Wisconsin. And then it's got to shrink really quickly for it to not affect northwest lower. Everything shows that, in which case it shows that the modeling in meteorology has become quite amazing, I think, over the years. Hey, good morning, Junie Decker from Nashville, and Rose Mitchell from lovely Muskegon. Loves the warm weather. And Lynn Savage from Sterling. Good morning to you. And Jane White, good morning, Flint, Michigan. So what do we do at, so we are at 7 o'clock there. 8, 9, 10, 11 tonight. And it indicates thunderstorms possible across northwest lower and across southern Lake Michigan. And with something like this, the margin of error is such that this could really be shifted 50 miles. Hey, Sue Kristen. High winds yesterday and quite a few fires that need the rain. Yes. Tom Ramsey, rain for Saturday in Freeport? Probably not. I'll show that to you in just a moment. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that we'll watch this afternoon and this evening, and we might as well watch it around the Traverse City area and Charlevoix and Petoskey, and we might as well watch it across the south end of Lake Michigan too, because who knows if these storms will die off. They should in the night like that without much major oomph from a large-scale storm system, but stranger things have happened. And remember, the water's still pretty cold on the lake, so it should kill thunderstorms at night too. Now we're going to go into the European. So we got this clump of thunderstorms tonight, and then tomorrow afternoon, it might do it all over again in the northeast part of lower Michigan. These are fast. These are 15-minute, half-hour thunderstorms in just a couple of spots. Now we're to Friday, and we're in the southwest flow, and we are into summer. It is a work skipper Friday, first work skipper Friday of the summer. I will authorize it. I will tweet your CEO and let him know. Saturday, the showers becoming closer. Sunday afternoon and evening, showers in the area and thunderstorms across lower Michigan. Cooler weather, a little bit of showery activity on Monday, and then we go into Thursday and Friday. So we're going to cool down. Here's a kind of a bigger picture look. Now, what you're looking at here is you're looking at the European model. You're looking at the 6-hour amounts of precipitation. So if you see big green or blue or yellow blobs, you know that's heavier precipitation. And you're looking at the upper level temperatures, which eventually translate to warmth of the ground. So you'll see it's warm through about Sunday, and then you'll see a couple of day cool down, and you'll think, oh no, here we go again, back into winter, right? No, couple of day cool down, and then it bounces back up, it looks like. All right, so let's take a look at that. This is the European model. And why is it so good? I had one realization yesterday. I was looking at hurricane forecast verifications. You know, my wife and I, we got a place. Hey, good morning, Mark Ambrose. We got a place in Florida a couple of years ago. All of a sudden, you know, meteorologists very concerned and interested in hurricanes and what models do the best and everything. European model has 137 vertical layers. So, you know, a model forecasts horizontal movement, but it also forecasts vertical movement, which is probably the most important thing in the atmosphere. The European has 137 layers, I think it was. The US model, the GFS, has 60-something layers. So the European, I guess we would say, has double the resolution in the vertical. That's one of the reasons why it is better at some things, but not hurricane tracks, is what I learned in the verifications that the National Hurricane Center put out, that the European is a pretty bad model on U.S. hurricanes. So here we go into Wednesday. We are warm, and we're into Thursday. We're still into the southerly flow. We're into Friday, and Friday, like I said, a work skipper day. That storm center up in central Canada having a tough time coming this way. So it keeps just spinning and delaying, and this is by Sunday. And then there's Monday. There's your little cool down. You see the blue lines come in Monday into Tuesday, and look, it already shifts off by Wednesday, and we're into the warming trend once again, although there's still cool air up there. So temperatures. Hey, Lana Jewel, good morning to you, and good morning, Wendy Zohar from AA. Wendy Hargraves. Yes, loves the tropical vibe. So today's highs, low 80s, west side of the state, upper 70s, east side. Tomorrow, in the 80s, many places, upper 70s, east side of the state in the thumb. Thursday starts to get toasty, where Traverse City could approach 90 degrees. So could Gaylord and Cadillac. Grand Rapids in the mid to upper 80s. East side of the state, low to mid 80s. And Friday, probably the peak of the heat, where Traverse City, the Weather Service still has a forecast of 91 in Traverse City on Friday. And I believe that would be record high temperatures. I'm going to look into that here real shortly, but it would be very close, if not record. This is Saturday. Weather Service in Gaylord, still warm. You can see. Now, when you see a map like this and you say, that looks a little odd, what that is I'm showing you the human being forecast, because the models are kind of all over the place and they pick out the best one for us. But one office like Gaylord might think it's going to be 3 or 4 degrees warmer than Grand Rapids does. And you'll see these lines, almost like there's 3 blocks in Michigan of temperatures. And that's because the human beings at the offices have done a little bit something different. They try to weave them together and agree, but some just don't. Laura Resco Morris, big question is, when does Safe to Plant annuals? Wait for the end of the month? Or Livonia, I'm going to write about that tomorrow. I think you're probably pretty safe, Laura. The only cool down I see is next Tuesday morning, and it looks like Livonia drops to maybe 40 to 43 at that point. So I'd probably start and just have, for the next week or so, have enough things to cover the plants, because I don't see a 28 or a 25 or something like that. All right, where are we at? We're at Saturday, still warm. We're at Sunday, still pretty comfortable in the 70s. And then we're at Monday starting to cool off. And I thought I'd show you the European model because it goes out farther than the Weather Service forecast. Chris Kutnya wants to know, will the humidity levels rise? It's 40% now. Yes, over the next couple of days with the southwest wind, the humidity levels will rise. I don't know that it will get real humid, but by Friday, on the third day of a southwest wind, it will probably be fairly humid. So this is the European, and we're into Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday. Tuesday's highs in the 60s, 50s in the north, 50s off the lake. Wednesday's highs in the 50s and 60s, and then Thursday back to the 70s. And that's my reasoning for it will be a fairly short-lived cool spell next week. Larry Puskar, are we swimming in Lake Michigan by Charlevoix this weekend? No, a lot of warmth. But by Friday, I'm going to plan on showing you what a warm week will do to our temperatures. Probably bring them up into the 50s. If you swim in Lake Michigan in the 50s, then yeah, you're swimming. But I'm not. I'm watching. Hey, good morning, Matthew Grosco from Traverse City. Tropical Ludington, Carmelita Tiffany says, 72 degrees already. So enjoy the weather. We will be watching for severe weather this afternoon and this evening. Right now, it looks like the south and west UP, but I will say that could it nick the western shoreline anywhere from Charlevoix, Traverse City, Leelanau County, south to the southern end of Lake Michigan? Possibly. It's possible. So I'll keep an eye on that. And of course, go buy up the Hawaiian shirts before my wife buys them all for me. She's out there shopping right now. So you better get yours if you're going to get to them. Have yourselves a great Tuesday. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. As always, we'll keep you updated here on MLive with severe weather if we can. Take care.